Hi, K-Stan. What should you be working on? First of all, crossing midline. Midline is here. Midline, crossing midline is here. Lots of times when a side is affected, right, you might even see a little bit of merging over to match where the arm is, but that's different than crossing midline. When I cross midline, my sternum should move, right? And that's where one of the issues is. The other is, and I have a live I did, it was good. All my lives are good, but anyway, no, I'm kidding. About the pulling up to standing. What's going on more so is a bad sense of where gravity is. And so her feet want to go out and pull up versus being underneath her. She's actually planking more so than she's coming into standing. And that's where too you want to work on that. And the pre-standing, the pre-walking course is great. She didn't get a great pubic bone strike too, because that's where the crossing midline is. So when you're seeing this, excuse my messy desk, but it's the end of the day. When you're seeing this, right, what you're going to be working on is, again, that crossing, clarinet hands, crossing midline. See the dog, see brother, whatever. I mean, and use it. There goes dad, there goes grandma, you know, and use their vision. Notice how I'm here and I'm going over. I'm not pulling. I'm not doing this. I'm going over. Clarinet, your fingers should always feel free. Because in this position, that's when people go, how do you work with the moving baby? Because in this position, the baby doesn't get stuck. When you feel the baby's getting stuck and you don't know how to help them, it's your hand placement getting in too much that you can't guide them into the next transition. But what's happening is, if you watch her on the slide, the feet are all the way back here and she's trying to stand up. Where's that going to go? Right? Because of the incomplete and the crawl and so forth, but this movement here is not in her system to know where gravity is and get up straight. Whoops, I lost my doll. Rubber. And to get straight up that way, and then also to get down. And that's why too, if you're trying to get down, like you're stuck, you're planking, I can't talk, I can't do all those things, and that's where that's coming into play versus knowing where the gravity is. I worked with this munchkin in Florida, and gosh, he pulled to stand, and literally within a day, he was up, you know, going in and out of standing. I'm like, see the difference? Like, he's not crawling on top of you. And again, this comes back to that lack of pubic bone strike, and just again knowing where gravity is. So the feet are out here, but here, that only lasts so long. I'm telling you right now, if you're worried about your child's development, try and do what they're doing. And when you get to this size and this kind of movements, you know, when I'm all the way out here and I'm planking and I'm trying to do all that, my feet are way out there. See, again, I either have to bring my feet in or I've got to be really good and I'm going to knock myself over to somehow get up. And that's where you're going to lose that transition going from sitting to standing, because it's not coming through that squat. I'm running. Make me find that live. Maybe Christina knows, where I showed the live about the difference between pulling to standing and coming to standing. And because that's the one where you're going to see where the feet are out like that. And it just physics, it won't work. You cannot, there are certain movements, guys, when your child's trying to make them, you can't be strong enough. You just can't be strong enough. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger would have a hard time getting up like that. And that's where you're seeing those contractions. That's why movement should be easier and you don't see that play of stiffness. You want that passive to active muscles. I'm not saying you don't use your muscles, but muscles don't create movement, right? Your structure, the skeletal system does. Muscles respond to movement. And you're really starting to see that. And then that lack of crossing midline. But crossing midline is really going to be one of your priorities. And then, again, where the gravity is with the pre-standing course. Thanks.